Hey, love bugs. Welcome to Love Grind. I'm Ebony, your host. So glad to be on the mic with you tonight. Thanks for joining us. If it's your first time, we're a podcast about love addiction and codependency. I'm glad you joined. Tonight, we're going to talk about something that's kind of heavy. Does your ex still have feelings for you after the break? That's a tough one for me. I've come to the conclusion that he does not. Maybe you can come to a conclusion here tonight on the show. I just want to let you know, love bugs, I am not a licensed therapist. So if you need professional help, feel free to seek that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I also want to remind you to get on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Give us a like, a thumbs up, and always leave a comment because I would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening. Let's get right into it. Does your ex still have feelings for you after a break? Did you know that around 50% of people still have lingering feelings for their ex after a breakup? Surprising, right? If you've ever found yourself wondering whether your ex still has feelings for you, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into that very question. I just think that if you're breaking up and they've left you, male or female, that maybe they checked out even before the breakup. I used to think that me and my ex had such an intimate connection. And we did, only one that we shared. That's true. But I just found out he's pretty much for everybody. That there's no special thing or magic trick that I had to just keep him. But I did for a really, really long time. The magic wore off. So let's talk about it. We're going to explore the ins and outs of relationships tonight. And we're talking about something that might hit close to home for a lot of us. Do ex-partners still have feelings for each other after a breakup? And if so, how do we recognize the signs? What does that mean for moving on? Breakups are tough, love bugs, we know that, and they're often full of mixed emotions. It's not just about ending a relationship. It's about closing a chapter of your life. Don't I know it? And that chapter is so hard to close. He's so damn cute. Sometimes, though, those feelings don't just disappear overnight. You might wonder, do they still care? I wonder if he thinks about me. Or she thinks about me. Do I still care? Should I just say fuck them? I mean, they did run off and leave me alone. These unresolved feelings can cause confusion and lead to mixed signals. One minute you're ready to move on, and the next minute you're wondering if there's still something there. Like, should I text them? Maybe they'll respond. Maybe they're feeling nostalgic too. It's easy to get stuck in that emotional limbo. And it can complicate any chance of moving forward. It sure can, love bugs. For a while I was stuck in that like he's gonna come get me mode. And I was just, anybody who tried to approach me, I'm like, no way. But he never came and got me. So now I have opened myself up to different experiences and different people so I can see if there's somebody out there who would really enjoy my time. So you gotta remember that. If you're closing doors on good opportunities because you're still stuck in the past, not good, codependent. So how do you know if your ex still has feelings? Let's break down some common signs. First step is frequent communication. If they're texting you, calling, or reaching out, even when there's no real reason, that's a red flag. Another sign is jealousy. They might act possessive or ask about your new relationships, even though they've moved on themselves. And let's not forget, attempts to maintain contact. Whether it's liking your posts on social media or showing up at places they know you'll be, they could be trying to stay close, even if they're not saying it outright. These signs don't always mean they want to get back together, but they do point to unresolved emotions. I know what you're thinking, or I know what I'm thinking. My ex did none of these things. Cut off communication. He didn't care about who or what I was doing at all. So I wonder if that is a sign of maturity. Like, he doesn't want to be in a toxic relationship. He doesn't care about me. Did he ever care about me? Or when it's over, it's over. And some people are just like that. When the door's shut, it's shut. There's no looking back. They can express concern, love bugs. They might check in on your life and your well-being, or show genuine concern for your happiness. What about bringing up the past? They could reminisce about shared experiences or talk about the good times. We had some good times too. Flirting or compliments. They might still flirt with you, compliment your appearance, or express admiration. Seeking advice. They could ask for advice about their current relationship or relationships in general, which could indicate they're still thinking about you. I remember my ex did that a couple of times when we broke up, but he didn't do it this last time. No. So, and also seeking advice. I think that I tried to do that because he's like a marketing type of guy and I needed help and I had so many questions and I reached out to ask him. He did not answer me and I had to figure it out on my own. So just make sure you're watching the cues. If somebody's not responding to you, just let it go. You don't want to be bothered anymore. You gotta have some pride at a certain point, right? Making an effort to spend time with you. They might initiate plans to hang out or spend time together, even if it's just casually. We got remembering important dates or events. They might remember birthdays, anniversaries, or other important dates in your life. Expressing regrets or apologizing. They might express regrets about the breakup or apologize for any mistakes they made, showing interest in what you're doing. They might ask about your hobbies, work, or other aspects of your life. That means they just want to stay connected in some type of way. If they don't do any of these things, they've moved on. They found somebody who can make them happy and you want them to be happy, I guess. Do you? I don't know. It takes some time for you to come to that conclusion. But ultimately, I suppose we do. The key insight here, love bugs, is that recognizing these signs is crucial for your own closure. It's not about decoding their every move, but rather understanding that mixed signals are often a sign of unfinished business. If you see these behaviors, it could be time to address it, either by talking it out or by taking a step back. The most important thing is to understand the dynamic of the relationship and to acknowledge your own feelings as well. You can't forget that about how they made you feel before the breakup, about the sad times that you've had. Don't forget those. We tend to just remember the happy things, and you gotta remember those days when you were feeling alone and separated from your partner. Sometimes closure comes from understanding that not all feelings are meant to be acted on. They just need to be acknowledged. Every time you want to call that person, every time you want to go barge into their house and slap their new partner around a little bit and tell them I'm not going anywhere, just embrace it, ride the wave, let it go. Half the time it's not reciprocated. And you think after a certain amount of time that person would be like, oh wait, this person's not really a danger to me. And they would try to connect again. But sometimes that does not happen. In a real good love story, yeah, maybe they come back and you guys are both healed and healthy and you could start anew. But most of the times, what's over, it's over. So you just gotta acknowledge those feelings. You feel sad, you feel hurt, you feel betrayed. Okay, we understand that, I understand that. Ride that wave and let it go. You can't always act on every feeling you have, and that's what we call being emotionally intelligent. It does take time though. Love bugs, to wrap it up tonight. Yes, exes can still have feelings after a breakup, and it can definitely make moving on harder. I mean, who would not, especially if you're in a long-term relationship, some type of feelings for that person, whether it's good ones or bad ones, there's going to be something there. Recognizing the signs, understanding their meaning, and then deciding on how to respond is key to finding your own closure and peace. I mean, and that's truly what it is about your own peace and about your own sanity. After a breakup, we know it's hard. But yes, if you're with somebody, they just don't instantly forget you. I remember I did have a couple interactions with my ex after our breakup, and I said, you're just going to forget me and throw me away. And he said, how can I? And I don't think they forget. I think they just learn how to move on and adapt to somebody else, even though, that person can't be me. But they do learn to adapt to somebody else, which is hard for me to accept. I have accepted it. There's always a little bug in the back of my mind, because he was real cute to me. But it's time for me to find another cutie, right? So have you ever wondered if your ex still had feelings for you? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below, love bugs. And if you want more relationship advice, which I don't know if I'm qualified to give, but I've been through it, so hey, we're doing this together. Be sure to check out our last episode on how to cope with breakups and rebuild after heartache. Until next time, love bugs, I'm out.